The weather hasn't been really kind and it's been raining, but I decided to go hang out with the weekend sketchers to sketch this Sultan Mosque. Let's go. The Sultan Mosque in Singapore is a famous mosque, and it's located in Kampong Glam in Singapore. It's one of my favorite area to eat, dine and walk about. There's also the Malay Heritage Center just around the corner. The mosque is named after Sultan Hussein Shah. In 1975, it was designated a national monument. Masjid Sultan Mosque, has a long history. It goes back to 1824 and it's gone through many stages of development before it becomes what it is today, which is a very touristy place, but also a place where you can learn about the Singaporean Muslims. Even Sir Stamford Raffles contributed to the construction of the Sultan Mosque through funds solicited from the East India Company. This was built over 4 years, completed in 1928, the current mosque. The architect Denis Sentry was from Swan and McLaren. For today, I decided that I would just draw a simple outline of the mosque, not the whole thing, but a representation in a sort of impressionist style. In a way, it's a lazy style, right? That's what it is. I didn't have much time, so I didn't want to make it too complicated, but I wanted to participate with the weekend sketches anyway. So simple lines, the minaret with a cyclist cycling by, which is somewhat from fantasy or imagination. There were lots of people walking about, nevertheless, but I thought just to balance out the sketch, where, you know, on one side there's a mosque, the other side I wanted something to balance it. I put the cyclist. So it turned out to be okay. I decided that yeah, it's pretty it's good enough. And also I have been using a new way of sketching. I decided that I will put on a mat on the floor and I'll just sit on the floor as opposed to a chair. First stop though, the background, soft diffused rainbow colors, you know, whatever I can throw at it, and no hard line in essence. This is going to contrast with sharp edges of the mosque shortly. So the mosque will be painted with a yellow dome with shadows at the bottom, using Queen Burnt Orange, wet on wet, against lemon yellow with a bit of new gamboshed. Lots of the mosque area will be left white. It's not exactly white, it's somewhat of a beige color, but I've decided that it's okay. I'm just gonna, you know, make do with paper white. In any case, the paper I'm using is not pure white. There's a bit of a tinted, you know, beige on it as well, so that kind of go well. I drop in lots of wet on wet just to diffuse the colors and also to make my Saunders cold press work harder, if you like. Normally I use hot press, but this is a slightly bigger sketch with a cold pressed, and I intend to make full use of the, you know, cotton paper, if you like. Abuse it with lots of water. Throw in lots of green gold with lots of yellow, some dark brown, which is Queen Burnt Orange to symbolize the trunk of the trees. Lots of mixture for darks. That is a combination of lunar black with Queen Burnt Orange, with a bit of dioxin purple thrown in as well. And that's just to line out somewhat of a drawing, if you like, with the brush. Something that I tell people not to do, but I do very often anyway. And then of course I also paint in the missing minarets that are there, but I didn't draw in with my fountain pen. At this point I'm ready to put in more darks and to draw more lines and so on, and I mix myself the same version of the dark, combination of the 3-4 colors I'd thrown in. Sometimes I can't even remember what I thrown in, but I know it's going to be dark enough for you know, for that, for the purpose of creating darks on my sketch. And then of course shadows on the ground, lines to symbolize a bit of you know, perspective, if you like. make it really colorful, drop in some cadmiums, wet on wet, to make sure that it is not so ghastly. The problem with cadmium is that if you put it down with lots of hard edges, it becomes very ghastly. So you want it wet on wet to make sure that it works well. They are like diamonds set on gold. It can't be too much, it'll be just too ghastly. So I think I'm kind of done with this really simply sketched for today. And be done with it, put my name, and I think that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that. My urban sketch for the day. Stay safe wherever you are. Whee Teck out.